Yo, Beth. That shit crazy.
Everybody, this is Barry Grant Jr., host of the All Leaving Podcast. Definitely want y'all to hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, do all of that. Gotta get these views up, gotta get these subscribers up. So let's build a channel, let's keep growing. But I want to talk about something that's very, I don't know if you want to call it controversial, but it's something that needs to be talked about. Babe Ruth and his numbers. Now, I'm not singling out Babe Ruth. This is not a Babe Ruth bashing segment. This is just to speak some facts. So, we always hear from people that Babe Ruth one of the greatest of all time. Cool. But what's missing? Well, he was a slugger in the dead ball era. Live ball era happened. He was mashing and doing all his stuff. Cool. All of that's great. But at the same time, leagues were segregated. At the Negro Leagues, you had Major League Baseball. Blacks did not get into Major League Baseball until 1947. Why is this important? Because if Babe Ruth was supposed to be the greatest of all time or one of the best sluggers of all time, well, what competition did he actually go against? A lot of people want to make the conversation or the argument of, oh, well, if you compare the Negro League's stats to Major League players at that time, well, Babe Ruth would have still hit off. Most of the Negro League stats are not all accounted for. That's one. Number two, it's very funny that we always hear people talking about, well, the steroid era should have an asterisk next to it. It should always be looked at in history as a dark time in baseball and blah, blah, blah. All of these numbers are inflated. Well, what can we say about the dead ball era? What can we say about the live ball era? What can we actually say about those eras? I don't never hear nobody talking about putting an asterisk next to those numbers. Because blacks weren't playing. Spanish weren't playing. So how can you actually look at a year or an era where guys were mashing home runs and steroids were being taken, whatever? It wasn't a banned substance. Is it looked upon or frowned upon? Absolutely. But let's call a spade here. The wrongs that were done back then in society were way worse than steroids. You didn't allow a race of people to play in your sport. So how can your numbers not have an asterisk? Because you didn't play against the best in the world, did you? No. That's my whole thing. But you never hear nobody talk about, well, the Babe Ruth era and all that. It should have an asterisk. Never talked about. Why? Why is that? But why is it when Barry Bonds is mashing and doing his thing that people gotta start talking about asterisk? Where's the big asterisk next to all of the great players that played in that era? They didn't play against blacks. So how are they considered the best? They're not. That's my issue. And instead of calling it the dead ball era, the live ball era, let's call it what it was. The segregation era. That's how it should be viewed in the Hall of Fame. That's how Babe Ruth's numbers should be. You should see the 714 with an asterisk. Now, granted, Babe Ruth did not have any problems with blacks. There's a lot of reports, historians say that Babe Ruth actually played, exhibition games against blacks with blacks, so he never had a problem. That's cool. But the era is what it was. Let's just call a spade a spade. So Babe Ruth, to me, is a guy that he was local. You was great local. You weren't great internationally. You wasn't great with all the rest of the greats. That's just my opinion. You just a local dude. But when the local dude gets off his block and goes to other dudes that know how how to sling that thing and do they thing, then he's like, you know what? Maybe I'm just average. Maybe I need to, be a little better. I need to up my game. Who's to say that if Josh Gibson played in the major leagues at that time that he wouldn't have hit 800 home runs? He wasn't given the opportunity. So an asterisk needs to be put next to Babe Ruth's numbers. An asterisk needs to be put by anybody's numbers that played before 1947, in my opinion. That's just real. There's no way you can be able to say that you played against the best in the world when you did not allow the best in the world to play. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Like I said, subscribe, like, share, like, dislike, whatever. I want to hear what y'all think about this in the comments. So until then, until next time, I'll see y'all.